Well, it's Bob Ross, the Thunder Down Under. My t-shirt today is Harmony Movement, and I'm responding to the call from Harry Weaver for alchemists to help him with his problem. He's got nasty beasties that don't want to quit the game of being nasty beasties. And at the root of why the nasty beasties are holding on to being nasty beasties is because they're trying to dissuade from people from the belief that if they do their own internal work and become enlightened, that somehow it's going to affect their outside reality and the ability of the nasty beasties to be nasty beasties. So this is the game they're playing. It's called hardball. They're saying we're sticking very strongly to our negative, highly negative polarity. And, they're trying to figure out, well, are you going to just continually let us cause disease and corruption and destruction in your world? What are you going to do? One commentator said, be aware of the dark, but don't focus all your attention on the dark. Does this get rid of the dark? No, it doesn't work. So I'm going to let Bob Ross off the hook and tell you that trying to be extremely good polarity doesn't ever remove the negative polarity. Doing nothing doesn't remove the negative polarity. Great stories of like the Buddha going to deal with highly negatively polarized murderers. No, to this point, we have not found a solution for highly negative entities or beings that choose to be highly negative. So, what can you do with them? I would exterminate them. I think the only way you're going to get rid of highly negative entities is to exterminate them. So it's not the physical, because some of these beings are apparently discarnate. In other words, they are consciousness without bodies. How do you get rid of consciousness without bodies? It's uncharted territory. What do you do with this stuff? And I have not heard anyone come up with a good plan. It's a well-described problem, but what do you do with pure consciousness that is highly negatively polarized? Eckhart Tolle said it was the pain body. And with the pain body, basically what he said was you just have to recognize when the pain body has possessed you, triggered you. And he said it would basically be the beings that are fighting me right now are not giving me the proper words. So yes, I am under constant psychic attack, just so you know, highly polarized negative beings. And they're trying to prove that they are invincible. Anyway, Eckhart Tolle said, being aware of them and your presence, high presence is what dissolves negativity. I'm going to tell you that I have dealt with these for multiple years, these things, and they haven't dissolved yet. So is Eckhart Tolle wrong? I think he's wrong, because the stuff that he's teaching it hasn't cured the world. So we need a bona fide spiritual master and someone who's got, well, whatever Eckhart Tolle is, call him a little whatever, but his answer has not solved the problem of highly negatively polarized beings that are choosing to be that way to show there's nothing you can do. Do you believe it? How do you get at these negatively charged beings so that they focus on you? I don't know. They don't tell me what their game is. You have to put it all together. But I will tell you that they are exceptionally good at reading Akashic records. They have all the Akashic records of me and probably all of you too. So it also gets back to the reality game. What exactly is this reality game? Where certain beings, like these highly negatively charged beings, have got everything. They're pulling all the strings and they know everything that's going on. They know all your memories. They know everything that's ever happened to you. Are they angels or are they demons? I would tend to go with fallen angels. I think angels would have access to Akashic records and all kinds of these things. So if you called them fallen angels, the great fall, falling Satan and Beelzebub and Lucifer, I don't know if Beelzebub was actually a fallen angel, though. They're still fighting with me, you see. They're fighting with me when I get my own speaking. They use their strong telepathy to, it even goes right into my throat chakra. And they change the words that I'm about to say. They're very powerful, so let's call them fallen angels. Who have, the power of an archangel, but turn it highly negatively polarized. What can you do about it? Well, I'm getting silence. It's not on purpose. They're stopping me from talking. So even if I come up with the answer, they're blocking my physical form. My physical spirit, they can't kill me, but they can hamper me. The game is afoot. We are in a spiritual war. And other than knowing that you are being used as pawns, what else can you do? I mean, they're so nasty. I can hear them breathing inside. That they every time I breathe, I can hear them there. They're vile and disgusting creatures. Vile and disgusting. They keep wanting me to tell you the story about the Luciferians who feel like if they're 95% evil, they're going to get a pass into higher dimensions. This was something that was published. They do have an agenda, and it's mostly their bullshit and bafflegap. They're not logical. They're known as archons. Archons are basically, they're negative just to be negative. They have no agenda other than to be stumbling blocks to people. And they're nasty, horrible things, and they should be deleted. I don't know how. If I could, I would. And, they always say, well, then you're as bad as us because you want to delete us. No, I'm not as bad as you. It's when you see something that is a stumbling block to all other good beings. What do you want to do? In Star Trek, you would take a hand phaser and you would phase it out of existence. But what they say is they're more like the Q. The Q in Star Trek, unlimited powers to do things to humans. How do you get rid of the Q? This is what you're dealing with. I'm Harry Weaver.